You're such an asshole!
We once again have Jarvis, the assistant dog. Just calm down. Just calm the fuck down, okay? Alright. Completely worthless. They're absolutely worthless. But then they grow on you like a mole or cancer. You're so cool, yeah, oh. There's nothing. You do nothing but grunt and snort. You got dog snot. We went for a walk today, right? Completely expressionless again. Dude, and chicks, everyone's like, ah. Alright. Greetings, Cappy. I've come to you with a potential good career dilemma that I'd love to hear your input on. I've currently been working at one of the big four public accounting firms for the past 2 years, was recently promoted to senior, and I'm a licensed CPA. I'm based out of Silicon Valley. I know it's California, but I have a great living situation of $800 a month rent and a commute that's 10 to 15 minutes. That's amazing. That's unheard of. Like, what, you live in the garbage bin of the company that you work for? My main dilemma is whether or not I should leave public accounting after my upcoming busy season, 6 months, for a job at Abbott Labs, or stay in public accounting and wait until manager to leave. The quickest way I can describe my experience about public accounting after a rocky start is contentment now. I could see myself going in either direction, but would like to hear your objective thoughts. Below is a high-level list of what each choice offers. Abbott International Operations, that doesn't mean anything, it's boring. More finance opportunity, M&A, Treasury, Investor Relations. Pay is average for the industry. Cost of living would be greater in Illinois. It would be greater in Illinois than Cal. Are you sure? 401k match. Pension. You get a pension? Fully vested after 30 years. Yeah, like you're going to work at a place for 30 years. That's precious. Retiree medical, pretty much guaranteed to retire at 55. If you stay there that long. Manager at a Big Four, able to achieve manager title at a faster pace versus the industry. Exit opportunities equals accounting manager, assistant controller. Fear, pigeonholed as accountant. 4, exit salary for managers in my area, $150,000. Maintain cheap cost of living. You agree to Now I sent this one out to Chad, and our good buddy Chad Elkins at elkincpa.com if you're looking for an accountant. Or ladies, if you're looking for someone who's good looking and single. Not as good looking as the old captain, but there's very few that are. Come on, let's admit that's. And then I asked the client, okay, what kind of social life do you want? Because admittedly, these are good choices. They're both very good, good, reliable employers, great companies to be with. Blah blah blah. So I want to know if, Abbott Labs in Illinois, that's way out in the burbs, so you got to commute to Chicago if you want to have any kind of excitement. I don't believe the cost of living is more expensive out there than it is in Silicon Valley. I think you got that switched around. So it would be cheaper to live out there. And I asked him, have you ever experienced an upper Midwest winter? So, because basically they're a horse apiece as far as I can say career-wise. They're great. But it's nicer in Silicon Valley than it is Illinois during January. To answer your follow-up questions above, while I grew up in the Bay Area, I went to college out in Chicago. Okay, so my social life is fairly robust in both places. I'm also aware of Abbott's location relative to Chicago as I interned there. Wow. Full-time off whenever he chose a boot. As such, I'm aware of the winters in the Midwest. Hope this clarifies some. No, it makes it even harder for me because it doesn't like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, shit. Oh no, I've never been there. I'm like, oh yeah, it's an easy consultation. Oh dude, oh man, Here's just my gut feeling. Everybody burns out on the Big Four. Okay, now you could go corporate and aim for principal, not principal. What do they call it? Partner. I don't know, dude. Accounting's boring as hell to me. Doing accounting is boring as hell to me. Now, maybe you like it, but inevitably I want to do something else. And pharmaceuticals, the pharmacy industry, that's a little bit more interesting. It's one of the more interesting ones. And you take away all the benefits and compensation and retirement and hokey pokey, that's fine. I think cost of living is something to consider. That would be a second reason I'd go Illinois. But if I had to choose between the two, I would probably go Abbott Labs. Because I don't, it's accounting. And I know you're going to be doing accounting at Abbott Labs, but it would be applied towards a particular industry. I mean, there's nothing wrong with you staying with the Big Four either and being a manager. But this is just my unbiased, non-Big Four, non-CPA take. Is it would seem to me that inevitably you'd want to specialize in something. Chicago is a way more fun town for a guy your age. That's another huge reason. You have social activity there. You know how to take the LN or the Metro, so you don't have to worry about that. Northside Chicago is a fun place to be in your 20s. Silicon Valley, God almighty, the leftist nut jobs, that's got to drive you nuts. You've been there your entire life. I'd just go live. That's what it would be. So it really has nothing to do with the compensation. It has to do with you're in an industry. You're going to learn something different and new. The compensation, if you hold out for 30 years and retire by 55, is great. And then Chicago is a great town to be when you're young. Now, you're going to get sick and tired of the politics and the taxes, but you got that in California anyway. You got a good public transport system in Chicago. That's another thing. Yeah, I'd have to go to Chicago just because I had so much fun there when I was younger. The girls are fun. Still a fun time. I go down there occasionally, visit the Hanyakers down there, and it's a good old time. And I just hate California. I mean, if you want North Korean communism or do you want Venezuelan communism, well, they don't really have labor camps yet in Venezuela, so I guess Illinois would be better in that regard. And I just think there's some more real people in Chicago. The Silicon Valley, the social justice warrior stuff, that California mentality where you're all smelling each other's farts like in South Park. I mean, it's getting mental out there. So that's why I'd recommend Illinois. But again, do some soul searching. That's just my 2 cents that I charge you $36 for. I think you just have more fun in Chicago. I honestly do. But, you know, maybe you like Silicon Valley. Maybe you like being lectured and moralized about driving an electric car all the time. I don't know. Maybe you like girls that look like guys and have their armpits, hair growing out. I don't know. I don't know those things. All right, that's it. Wish I could have given you a more definitive answer, but if I had to go, I'd go Illinois before I go California. All right, see you guys later. Toodles.